Hey Bubba Squiggles here, and I have nerd chills running all down my body right now because I found a LiquidTLO versus WhiteRa game. Oh yes, I actually found two of them. I'll probably be casting both of them because I'm a huge fanboy of both of these guys. So it is going to be a TVZ on naga caverns. Yes, wait, TVP. Did I say Z? I didn't mean that. I meant TVP on naga caverns. There we go, because WhiteRa plays Protoss. Yes, indeed he does. He is a Protoss through and through with his special tactics, and TLO with just incredibly innovative play all the time. Never really know what he's going to do. If there is a build that has ever been invented, he is likely to do that build. And if there's one that you haven't seen before, he could do that too, because it's TLO and that's how he rolls. So we're going to have to just play really close attention. That's right. Pay really close attention to what these guys are going to do and see exactly what's going on. Looks like TLO already putting a supply depot in his mineral line. Haven't quite seen that positioning too terribly often. Mostly you see it either here, or sometimes here. Happy likes to put it there, or just kind of back here by these minerals, but by the gas. But he's putting his in the mineral line, so pretty cool. That's just going to give him more space in his base for other stuff later. And going to put this barracks down pretty close to his command center. Sometimes you see if that first supply depot goes here, then he puts the barracks here to kind of get a wall off. But putting it back here just means that he's going to be safe from any kind of probe shenanigans early, as his reinforcing SCVs have to go that far. So yes, indeed, it looks like WhiteRa is going to be scouting after Gateway, getting that Gateway down, chrono boosting out those probes, getting that assimilator. So both of them going for a gas. Pretty standard timing, actually. I was going to say quick, and then I was like, no, that's not quick at all. That's actually totally standard. Looks like this probe is trying to do a little bit of shenanigans. You can see one of these SCVs hurt a little bit, and the probe with no actual health loss, and you can see how fast those shields regenerate. Wow, so he's almost going to be back up to full shields, and now he's going to maybe do some more shenanigans. Not sure. Nope, the Marine is going to come out, force that probe away, say, sayonara probe, you are not welcome. And as more Marines continue to flood out of the one barracks of TLO, it looks like he is only getting one gas right now. Interesting. Yes, indeed. He does have enough for add-on if he's going to get that. Bam! There we go. We have the tech lab going down. Meanwhile, man, I just can't speak today. All my words are coming out. Meanwhile, we have WhiteRa Cybernetics Core just finishing, getting that warp gate right away, and he has his first Zealot out, Stalker on the way. So a lot of times you see Protoss skip this Zealot, but that just means that WhiteRa wants to get a little bit of map control, because with the Zealot he can force TLO to kind of be more defensive. He can actually put pressure on if he wants with his first Zealot and Stalker. And nice job by WhiteRa as well, trying to just scout around right here and see if there's anything coming from TLO. Looks like TLO is going to be scouting around the back way, but just not nearly as soon as WhiteRa thought he was. It looks like WhiteRa going to be expanding. Yes, indeed. Meanwhile, it looks like one Marauder, two Marines from TLO going to be moving out. We have a Reaper on the way. No kind of upgrades yet, but we have two more barracks going down and a command center. So TLO going for a 1 racks fast expand, adding on 2 more racks right now. Does have the 1 gas because he needs those Marauders for the Stalkers. Otherwise, Stalkers can just kite Marines to no end. And this SCV has scouted that there is a Nexus going up. So what does WhiteRa have in his base? Looks like he's just now getting up a second gateway, throwing down a third gateway as well. Has that first sentry out, so he has his 1 Zealot, his 1 Stalker, and his 1 sentry right there. And a probe, just for good measure, throwing down that pylon like a bouse. And it looks like we have a, no, maybe not, I don't know, but it looks like TLO is thinking about being aggressive, does have this Reaper out now, so with his Marauder, Marine, Reaper little force, little special commando unit, can't be special tactics because that's what WhiteRa does, but his little commandos just going to be chilling back here, trying not to get scouted as this bunker goes down. And I think if we go to WhiteRa's vision, whoopsie-doops, we can see that, yeah, see how little vision these have? So he doesn't actually know that there's something going on right there. But we can see, yes, indeed, there is a bunker. There's Marauders, Marines, and this Reaper. And the bunker is about to finish. And WhiteRa's going to be like, oh, shenanigans are about to ensue. Here we go. So it looks like Reaper doing lots of damage to the building, throwing those charges, and the Marauder as well. So you can see they're actually cutting through these shields pretty quick. And it looks like WhiteRa being very patient, not going to jump into this unannounced. He's actually just going to wait, get some more units before he decides to break this. And look at this on the minimap. We just see constant stream of TLO's units flooding down here. More Marauders on the way. And if these Marauders get here, that could absolutely be detrimental to WhiteRa. Here we go. Here goes the Guardian Shield. And we have the 1 SCV repairing madly. And it looks like, ooh, looks like TLO is actually focusing down that sentry, gets the sentry, Stalker now, and now these Stalkers are under fire. In addition, oh wow, another Marauder shows up, and one Marauder actually kills one Stalker. So yeah, you got to be careful of that. Oh no, these Stalkers are actually in big trouble. More Zealots on the way. That'll help a lot because the Zealots take a ton of damage before they actually, you know, die from Marauders. Like 15 Marauder shots to kill a Zealot. So you gotta be careful. It looks like TLO knows that, and he's not even trying to go for the Zealots. He's just trying to kill these Stalkers. And is he gonna get this last Stalker? Is it gonna be close? Oh no, and oh man, and he does go down. Looks like TLO has no plans about quitting though. 5 more Marauders at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. Looks like some of them just, oh no, what's it? Okay, yeah, no. He's gonna keep on being aggressive. We do have a probe from WhiteRa gonna be running out, maybe to scout, maybe to throw down a proxy pylon. I don't know. WhiteRa does have this expansion up. It was able to stay alive, so that's always good. And TLO, look at this. He has his own expo up, going ahead and throwing down another command center instantly, saying, I'm going to be on the offensive, and as I'm doing this, I am just going to expand across the entire map, which is pretty ballsy, pretty cool. And here come these Zealots, very slow, like moonwalking their way over to the Marauders, and it looks like TLO is just going to try to ignore them, picking off all these Stalkers, because he knows how long it takes for a Zealot to die. So he's just going to not kill the Zealots. He's just going to focus on everything else that's techie. And this last sentry could go down. Yes, he does go down. These Zealots who really want to fight somebody, they're like, let me fight. I want to fight. I can do it, coach. Put me back in. The coach is like, do it. And they're like, he's too quick. I can't actually get him. Oh, but look at this one. WhiteRa, he does have the proxy pylon up. And now he has a lot of Zealots going to be in the mineral line of TLO. TLO pulling back. Meanwhile, getting beaten back in the middle of the map as well. So WhiteRa is going to be pushing TLO all the way back. TLO's mineral line is now going to be under fire. It's kind of in shambles at this point. Actually, there's just nothing in it. And I don't know, man. So how many racks? It looks like TLO has 4 barracks right now. And how much? I want to look, but there's a huge fight going on. I don't know how many gateways. It looks like 2 more gateways on the way. So WhiteRa is just going to be flooding with gates regardless. This mule being less than helpful here. More Zealots streaming in. And it looks like TLO will hold, TLO, hold. We want this game to go later so we can watch you guys play even more. It looks like WhiteRa does not want that to happen, though. Continuing to warp in Zealots. I'm guessing he has 2 warp gates at this point, although he is getting 2 more. So, oh, he has 3 warp gates. There we go. So he's going to have 5 warp gates in a little bit. SCVs finally getting back to mining these. Oh, Marauders are going to be in for quite a shock as they see that there is a ton of Protoss stuff. And look at this. WhiteRa now pushing in with a lot of Zealots, a lot of Stalkers. And these Marauders doing their little stutter step as best they can. Trying to do stuff. Out come the SCVs to help as well. Surrounding that Stalker. He is going to go down. There we go. Going to go down. This one Zealot still alive. There we go. Zealot finally goes down. Looks like TLO will barely hold. Now going to be pushing back out again. But look at this. WhiteRa now with 6 gates up. It looks like 6 is going to just be continuing to push back. And I don't actually know if TLO can hold this time. You can see TLO. He has Stim. Is not quite done yet. Oh, no. Has Marauders on the way. Getting that reactor as well. But there's going to be a timing here where that barracks actually isn't producing anything. And he needs units desperately. As you can see, there are just so many units. More units from WhiteRa just spamming into the mineral line of TLO. If we go to the units tab, we can see that there are only 18 SCVs versus 45 probes because WhiteRa has killed so many SCVs. Now TLO does have a lot of mules he can use because of his 3 orbitals, but I mean, oh geez, this is just not so good. Look at this, more Zealots warping in, and as these Zealots warp in, now these Stalkers are going to be behind the Zealots, going to be able to do more damage. Here come the Zealots, being their shields, being their tanks. That is what they are there for. Additional Marauders coming out right now, and I can't help but think that maybe some Marines would help. Marines are a lot better against Zealots than Marauders IMO. And look at these Stalkers just absolutely tearing apart the mineral line as the Zealots go down. Finally, Zealots are down, and it looks like TLO might be okay here. Oh, no, so many more Zealots. Are you kidding me right now? Oh, wow. And how many? Does he have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah, he does have 6. Okay. And so TLO breathing a short sigh of relief. We can see, though, if we go to the Army tab, just check really quick, you can see workers and Army supply. WhiteRa is ahead in both, so he is just absolutely doing a phenomenal job. TLO trying to consolidate his forces, but here we come, and oh, look at this, WhiteRa with sentries now, so he's going to be doing some special tactics stuff with some force fields. Force fields going down, trapping these guys. They're going to try to get away. Nope, that's not going to happen. And so many Zealots all over the place. Just everything going wrong for TLO right now. WhiteRa getting a Dark Shrine as well. 5 additional Stalkers warping in as these Marauders try to get away, but no, there's awesome force fields, and now more Stalkers. Look like 6 Stalkers going to be warping in as well, and there is just nothing that TLO is able to do. 85 supply for WhiteRa, 32 for TLO, not even going to be able to retreat up his ramp. So much, just so much stuff for WhiteRa, and there is the GG. So after an incredibly potent opening from TLO that WhiteRa barely held off, WhiteRa pushed back across the map. That pylon is the unsung hero of the unsung. That's right, just making up words all over the place today. Unsung hero of the match that he was able to just incredibly warp in on probably 30 to 50 units right in this area and just constantly put pressure. TLO was always on the defensive after that first initial part of the game, not able to put on any pressure on WhiteRa. WhiteRa got way ahead in economy, and that was the match. So I am so happy. This game was awesome. I would expect nothing less between these two fine players. Congratulations, WhiteRa. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave comments below. As always, I will see you guys later.